Hello everyone, welcome to New Wealth Japan. I'm thrilled to have you here today. This channel is dedicated to helping travelers from around the world discover and experience the very best of Japan. From ancient temples and historic castles that have stood for centuries, to the vibrant world of anime, unique Japanese souvenirs, and incredible cuisine that will tantalize your taste buds, we cover it all. Japan is a country where tradition meets innovation, where you can enjoy a traditional tea ceremony in the morning and explore cutting-edge technology districts in the afternoon. It's this beautiful contrast that makes Japan so fascinating. We're passionate about sharing hidden gems, travel tips, and cultural insights that will make your Japanese adventure unforgettable. Whether you're planning your first trip or you're a seasoned Japan traveler, we've got something special for you. I'm truly grateful that so many people from all corners of the world share this passion for Japanese culture with us. Your enthusiasm and curiosity inspire every video we create. So sit back, relax, and let's explore Japan together. Let's get started.
Shuri Castle is a Gusuku castle located in Naha City, Okinawa Prefecture, which flourished as the royal castle of the Ryukyu kingdom. Built in the late 14th century, it functioned as the political, diplomatic, and cultural center of Ryukyu for over 450 years. It is characterized by its distinctive vermilion palace that fuses Chinese and Japanese architectural styles, symbolizing the prosperity of the Ryukyu kingdom. Though destroyed by the Satsuma invasion and the Battle of Okinawa, the main hall and other structures were restored in 1992, and it was designated as a World Heritage Site in 2000. However, in 2019, a fire destroyed the main hall again, and reconstruction work is currently underway. As an important cultural heritage that conveys Ryukyu's history and culture to the present day, it is beloved by many people.
You know, when you think of Shuri Castle, chances are the first thing that comes to mind is that awful fire back in 2019. But the story of this incredible Okinawan icon, wow, it's so much more than just one tragedy. It's a story written in ash, for sure, but it's also a story of unbelievable resilience. I mean, just listen to how historians talked about this place before the fire. It wasn't just some building, it was literally the heart of a kingdom. It was this vibrant symbol of Ryukyuan culture, sitting up on a hill, looking out over the sea. It was, without a doubt, a global treasure. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the castle's role as the soul of a kingdom. Then, we have to talk about that night, the Inferno. From there, something amazing, a scientific mystery that literally rose from the ashes. Then we'll zoom out and see this is all part of a bigger cycle of rebirth, and explore how the rebuilding effort today is creating an even deeper legacy. And finally, we'll see how Shuri Castle is really a living, breathing symbol of heritage. Right, so for 450 years, from 1429 all the way to 1879, Shuri Castle was way more than just a place where the king lived. It was the absolute political, cultural, and spiritual center of the independent Ryukyu kingdom. Everything, all power, all identity, all art, it all flowed from this one spot. And what made it a World Heritage Site wasn't just its beauty, it was its unique identity. You see, it wasn't quite Chinese, it wasn't quite Japanese. It was this amazing fusion with the indigenous Ryukyuan spirit that created something totally new. It wasn't just another castle. It really was Okinawa, built right out of stone and wood. And then that awful night in October 2019 happened. That powerful symbol of a kingdom, once again, was just engulfed in flames. The speed of it was just terrifying. An alarm goes off around 2:30 in the morning. By 2:48, we're talking mere minutes later, firefighters are there. But the main hall, the largest wooden building in Ryukyu, is already a towering inferno. And the fight to put it out was just grueling. It took almost 11 hours to finally extinguish the blaze. And the scale of the loss, it's hard to even comprehend. In total, 4,800 square meters were destroyed. The iconic main hall, the Seidan, along with 6 other major buildings. They were just gone, turned into nothing more than ash and charred timber. But here's where the story takes a really interesting, unexpected turn. In the aftermath, as investigators were picking through the ruins, a bizarre and fascinating puzzle came to light. A true scientific detective story that started with the embers themselves. So here's the central question, right? The fire was so incredibly intense that it created a massive storm of burning embers that just rained down on the city below. So why didn't the rest of the city of Naha burn to the ground? Now, to get how big a risk this was, you have to understand what firebrands are. They're basically these burning chunks of material that get carried by the wind. And this is how huge fires spread. They start new fires, sometimes miles away from the original source. And we're not talking about a little shower here. Get this. Eyewitnesses saw these firebrands, some the size of your fist, landing as far as 6 kilometers away. The conditions were absolutely perfect for a citywide catastrophe. And yet, nothing. Not a single secondary fire. So, what saved the city? Well, it came down to 2 really cool factors. First, Okinawan architecture. Buildings there are made to survive typhoons, so they have these stuccoed roof tiles with no gaps, and most are made of concrete. The firebrands literally had nowhere to get stuck and start a fire. And second, the climate itself. The humidity that night was high, around 70%, which just made everything damp enough that it was really hard to ignite. And this whole event actually leads us to a much deeper, more profound point about the castle. You see, as shocking as that 2019 fire was, it wasn't new. It was actually part of a very, very old pattern. And this is probably the most incredible part of the whole story. The 2019 fire wasn't the first time the castle was destroyed. It wasn't the second, or third, or even fourth. Look at this. The castle has been completely destroyed 5 times. It's been lost to political fights, to other fires, and it was totally obliterated by naval shelling in 1945 during the Battle of Okinawa. This quote from the Shuri Castle Park itself just says it all, doesn't it? The castle's story isn't just about being magnificent. It's about this constant, determined cycle of loss and renewal. Its very identity is forged in fire. So that brings us to today. The current reconstruction, called the Reiwa Restoration, is happening right now. But this time, it's about so much more than just putting the pieces back together. It's about reviving something deeper. Okay, so check this out. The last time they rebuilt it, in 1992, it was a faithful reconstruction, but they used modern commercial red paints. This new effort is about true revival. They're bringing back a traditional pigment called Kushmagiri bengara, which is made from iron oxide that's actually generated by a unique local bacteria. This isn't just about getting a more authentic red color. It's about reviving a lost craft, passing down ancient knowledge to new artisans, and making sure the castle's very skin tells a deeper Okinawan story. And the work is well underway. That famous vermilion main hall is once again rising against the sky, and the whole project is on track to be finished by the autumn of 2026. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that Shuri Castle isn't some static old relic that you put in a museum. It's a dynamic, breathing symbol of the Okinawan spirit of resilience. And this is really the heart of it all. Maybe the true world heritage isn't the wood and stone of the castle itself. Maybe it's the unbroken cultural knowledge and that unwavering will of the Okinawan people to raise it from the ashes over and over and over again. And that's what the story of Shuri Castle really leaves us with. It's this powerful question about what heritage even is. Do we keep history alive by protecting its ashes at all costs, or do we find its life in the very act of rekindling its fire?
And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed exploring this part of Japan with us. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more travelers like you who love Japan. And here's the most important part. If you haven't already, please subscribe to New Wealth Japan and hit that notification bell. By turning on notifications, you'll be the first to know whenever we upload a new video. We post new content regularly, featuring different destinations, food experiences, and cultural insights across Japan, so you won't want to miss out. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you have any questions about what we covered today? Is there a specific place in Japan you'd like us to feature in an upcoming video? Maybe a particular Japanese dish you're curious about, or a cultural tradition you want to learn more about? Please share your thoughts, questions, and suggestions in the comments below. We read every single comment, and your feedback helps shape our future content. Also, if you've been to Japan before, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Share your favorite memories or travel tips with our community. Let's learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of our New Wealth Japan family. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video. Sayonara.